Hey, what is going on guys? Tech Enthusiast back here again with the review of the Gamesir G3S control pad. Now this is probably one of the best pads available now. Find out why in this video. Here is a general overview of the control pad. You can use it with Android, Windows, PS3 and iOS with the HappyChicks emulator, although that might change in the future. You can connect with the Bluetooth, the 2.4 GHz dongle or wired. You can use it from up to a distance of 8 meters. The battery life is a huge 18 hours and charging time is about 2 to 3 hours. I'm just going to do a quick unboxing so you know what is in the box. This is a USB-A to micro USB which you will be needing to charge the control pad. Then you have the micro USB to micro USB which you will be using for OTG with devices that support that. And then you have the 2.4 GHz wireless adapter. This is for the PC. More on that later on. And here is the control pad. At first you'll see it looks like a DualShock control pad from Sony PlayStation. On the top you have the micro USB port and the trigger buttons. At the back you can see the button combination that you need to use it with a specific device like Android, iOS devices and PC. Accompanying the start and select buttons are the turbo and clear buttons. I'll just turn it on so you can see how the buttons illuminate, which is a very nice touch. Then you have the bracket. This is so you can put your phone on and play games on the go. And then the user manual. It's got a nice illustration of the control pad and what each buttons do. Starting off with the bracket, right now as you can see it's in a compact form. Push the clip down to open it up like so. Now the control pad will be sitting on the bottom half of the bracket. If you pull the hinge down and click that in, and that's the control pad secured. Now on the top, if you bring that flap down, you can put in your mobile device. I'll just demonstrate that here. And right below that you have like 2 screws which you need to tighten up so it's not wobbly. So to connect to your Android phone you will need to have the A button and home button pressed down together, and that will connect it to your device. I'll speed up the video here so you can see it working on a Nintendo DS emulator called Drastic. As you can see here, everything is working fine. The analog stick to move and the buttons to jump. These buttons have already been mapped in the emulator. Here it is working on the Shield tablet. This is on an emulator called PPSSPP, which is a PSP emulator. Now in the options, I'll just show you how simple it is to map buttons. All you do is press on the button you want to map, then on the control pad, and it is assigned like so. And I'll just jump into a game to show you how it plays. So you are not just restricted to mobile phones or tablets. Here it is working on the Amazon Fire Stick, and I'm sure it will work on other Android TV devices. Now you can see here it is simple to navigate through the menus with the D-pad, and you can go into any of them by just pressing the A button. Here is the emulator for the Game Boy Advance. Now one negative point to make here is that there is a bit of input lag, and I'm not sure if it's just with the Fire Stick. It might not be on other Android TV devices. To use this control pad on iOS devices, you will need to press the Y and home buttons. The constraint here is that it only works with the HappyChick emulator. Now, having said that, it is a multi-platform emulator, so you have a whole range of systems that you can emulate. It is not available on the App Store, but a Google search or a quick look on YouTube, you can find the instructions to install it. Finally, moving on to Windows. It is a very simple process. All you need to do is plug in the wireless dongle and it will automatically install the drivers for you. You will connect by pressing the X and Y buttons and it will recognize it as X input. This emulator is called SemU and it is running on Windows 10. I must say that this control pad is one of the best controllers I have used. As you can see, it can be used cross-platform with Android, Windows, iOS and PlayStation 3. However, there is a negative point I would like to mention, is that it suffers from dead zones. I have not shown this in the video, but what this means that at certain angles the joystick will not recognize any movement. I'm not sure if this has been fixed in the newer line of control pads. What I would like to see from Gamesir is having support for the Nintendo Switch in the future, like the 8-bit do have. Now, if you don't want to spend too much on a control pad, then I can totally recommend this. There are cheaper alternatives out there, but they are not as good. Like always, I appreciate you watching this video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and I will catch up with you in the next video.